So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how does anarcho-tyranny happen. So first little picture. Because the state enforcers cannot be everywhere at once, the state may choose to let citizens defend themselves. When the state neither enforces the law nor allows private citizens to defend themselves, that is anarcho-tyranny. The monopoly of violence belongs to criminals. Belongs to criminals and the state. Anarcho-tyranny police state. Criminals and thugs are allowed to go unpunished because it is expensive to do so, while their behavior is leveraged to keep honest people afraid and begging for more state protections, thereby growing the government. So what does all this mean? How does anarcho-tyranny happen? Anarcho-tyranny happens when the state uses criminals and crime rates to leverage more money and more power. How this works is the state will ask the media to run a story on crime, saying crime rates are increasing and will continue to increase unless the populace gives the government more money and power and surrender individual rights. Then, once the government has that power, they will not do anything about the increasing crime rates and will not actively punish and prosecute certain criminals it perceives it can control or that it benefits from. And then it will repeat the media running the same story. So you can boil it down into basically 4 steps. Step 1, do nothing about crime. Step 2, have the media run a false narrative saying crime rates are increasing and will continue to increase unless the populace gives the government more money and power and surrender individual rights. Step 3, get more money and power. Step 4, do nothing about crime, rinse and repeat. And that's how anarcho-tyranny works. It's the government using crime and criminals to leverage for more power. Another way anarcho-tyranny happens is the simple fact that most crimes are very hard to prosecute, right? They're very hard to catch. Another way that anarcho-tyranny happens is that it's difficult and expensive to prosecute trained, skilled, educated, high-end criminals who commit real crimes, murder, rape, robbery. High-end criminals who actually know how to do things like this and get away with it are very hard to catch and prosecute. But it is far, far, far easier to catch, punish, and prosecute little criminals who break small, easily verifiable laws, like traffic infractions, parking violations, and so on. In the end, it's far easier to punish certain crimes than others. That's how anarcho-tyranny happens.